Hi, everyone. So I'm so grateful to have one of my clients, Burnice Lange, here. And Burnice is a life coach, and she specifically works with mindset and helping people to be more kind to themselves as well. And yeah, Burnice and I worked together last year. She was in one of my group programs. Thank you, Burnice, for being here today and joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, great. I think it would be great if you could just start by telling everyone a little bit about what you do.
Yes, so sure. So I'd be happy to. Um, Essentially, I like, and I'm very sort of people focused. So I've got a big passion about helping people, just sort of helping make changes in their life. We all have that driving force in us, where we want to achieve goals. So essentially, I work with a couple of clients, just helping them understand and outline what that plan looks like to them, for them to be able to achieve their goals, to reach their dreams, next steps in their life, in sort of a happier environment than they currently feel that they're in.
Amazing. Such beautiful work. And not a couple of clients, you're working with 6 clients at the
6
moment.
clients at the moment.
Amazing. Really well done. Great. Thank you for sharing that. And so where do you feel like you are, where you were at, where did you feel like you were at before you joined the program with me?
So before I joined the program with you, I had gone as far as signing up myself to do a life coaching diploma. And that's literally the only place I was at.
Yeah.
I don't even think I'd started studying towards it yet.
Amazing. So you've made great progress in
Yeah.
the meantime. We'll talk more about that. But what do you think was one of the biggest things that you took away from the program in terms of business strategy?
To not overcomplicate things, I would say, to just take a step back and do what you can do, in terms of prioritizing. So focus on just a small piece of work, versus trying to overachieve. So for example, when I first thought about it, I was like, oh, I'm going to have 10 clients. Why do I need 10 clients? Start with 1 and 2. So that was probably the biggest takeaway for me.
Yeah, just little steps. And I just want to dive into that a little bit, because I think sometimes, we set ourselves such big goals in the beginning, and then that can really hold us back as well, and stop us from even taking that first step, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
really breaking it down. And yeah, thank you for sharing that, because I think so many people can learn from that, and just start with 1 client and then you can build it up from there. And how do we do that? What's the next basic step?
Yeah, definitely. I think I did that from the clients to wanting to my business registered to marketing. I think I was trying to do everything at once.
Yeah, and that can get overwhelming.
Yes, completely.
Yeah. And could you tell us a little bit about your experience in regards to the inner work that we did in the program, such as the mindset or the energetics?
Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, the inner work that was done is something that has been really life-changing for me. I've always been quite hard on myself, just with everything I do. So it's sort of teaching myself how to be kinder on myself, also taking time and making time for myself, the importance of it. So forming a structure, showing some gratitude, finding something at work, whether it was journaling, meditation, just remembering to take those moments in the day. And ultimately, by doing all of that, it's helped me also put boundaries in place. It's just had such a big impact on everything else I've done, from focusing on my business to my personal life, making time for myself, committing to changes I've always wanted to make. So
amazing. I'm so pleased to hear that. And I always talk about this because when we do the inner work, it doesn't only, support ourselves, it supports our business, it supports our relationship, it feeds into every area of our life. And so it is such important work. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that and for being so open with us about it. And so what, if we talk about the specific results or improvements that you noticed, what did you experience that was tangible or intangible while you were working through the program?
So I think when I went into the program, I didn't really have too much of an idea in terms of what I was going to get out of it. I just knew it was something that I wanted to do because ultimately, whether it was going to be for my business or for myself, that I would have received something beneficial from it. And I actually got probably 110% more than what I expected.
Amazing.
So I think the things that I got from the program was some reflection, sort of understanding and reflecting on who I am, things that keep stopping me or were stopping me, preventing me from moving forward and making change. And I found I kept going back into a similar cycle. So I'd say definitely self-awareness. That is definitely something I've taken from it. Boundaries. Understanding how to put boundaries in place, so I'm able to focus on what's important for me, and then formulating a structure. So whether it's a morning structure, an evening structure, just a bit of a routine in my life where it is either sort of focusing on myself or how do I plan and prioritize the next steps for my business.
Amazing. I'm so pleased to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And yeah, that's great. So what do you feel has changed for you now? So you've already talked a little bit about the changes, but in terms of the way you feel about growing your business and your next steps?
I feel less overwhelmed, definitely. So that's one big change, because when I constantly thought about it, how was I going to do this? Working a full-time job at the same time. So that has probably been the biggest change for me. I don't feel overwhelmed by it at all anymore. I know how to break it down. And I've now got a plan for the remainder of the year in terms of how I can focus on sort of doing some pro bono work with clients, but at the same time complete my diploma. So instead of overthinking it and doing too much, just focusing on the two elements that's most important right now.
Yeah, because as part of your coaching certification, you have to do a certain number of hours of paid and unpaid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So getting that done, amazing. And what was your experience growing your business over the last? When did we do the program? Beginning of last year. So like, let's say 12 months. Did anything surprise you over that time?
I probably got more done than what I actually expected to get done. So I am halfway through the diploma in terms of modules completed. And I'm now at the stage where I'm going to do recordings for people that I'm coaching that I can submit. So I was also only coaching 2 people at the time. So I've grown that from 2 to 6.
Okay.
So quite a lot's happened since I did the program with you.
Oh, that's so good. Well done. And what does life look like for you now that you're in this new place in your business and growing your business?
I think the exciting thing is I can see changes that it's making with the people I am coaching and the feedback I'm getting. And ultimately for me, that's the biggest outcome I've always wanted, which has kept that driving factor and focus for me ultimately in knowing why I'm doing what I'm doing and the route I plan on going. So it's sort of helping me keep focus.
Yeah, I mean, it's such rewarding work, isn't it? When you get to see your clients' results, and it just keeps you going.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the more involved I get with it, it's not just the clients you work with, but the content that you start to learn about, sort of following other coaches and how much more there is to it. And ultimately how all of that, not only learning to sort of pay it forward to other people, how it can impact your own life and improve your own life. Yeah. And
it all starts there. You have to lead yourself, right? So as a coach, you've got to take yourself through that journey before you can take other people through it. And but I love that about it, because it really calls us forward up and to be a better version of ourselves and to expand and grow. Yeah. Love it. Okay. So what would you say, last question, what would you say to someone who is interested in investing in this program or in a business container similar to this?
I would say definitely do it. The investment is worth it. I know initially when I did it, I was like, I'm not sure if this is something that's affordable. Is it worth it? But it has paid off in so many aspects of life that it is without a doubt. I wouldn't even question it. Definitely something I would put myself forward for again. I would definitely do it again.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And is there anything else you wanted to share before we end the call today?
I think just a thank you to you, really, because the program has impacted my life substantially. It is, I mean, I always follow everything that you're doing. I constantly read. It's just been a massive driving factor and reminder to me in terms of what I'm doing. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. That honestly means so much to me. And it was an absolute pleasure working with you. I really enjoyed our time together, and it's just so beautiful to see your journey and how far you've come as well. So thank you.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be as far along as I am now if it wasn't for your program, that's for sure.
Oh, that's so beautiful to hear. Thank you so much, and really appreciate your time today, Burnice. Thank you. And yeah, so how can people get in touch with you if they want to reach out? Are you on Facebook, Instagram?
I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. So either forms are I'm open to for people to reach out to me on, and happy to provide some pro bono coaching for anyone that's interested.
Amazing. So I'll drop your tag in the comments as well, so people can connect with you if they want to connect with you.
Perfect.
But yeah, thank you so much, and thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank you.